pack of kids just went by. I said hello to them, and they said hello to me. And then as they were riding their bikes past, they said, "Hontoni gaikokujin." Really? A foreigner? Wow. Yeah. So I'm basically out doing a wander around my neighborhood kind of thing, even though technically I'm going very far from my neighborhood, at least by foot I am. Car, I could probably get there in a few minutes, but what I'm doing is going to that area I went to before. It took me about, 4 hours of walking to get to, but since I'm making like a straight line there, it won't take me 4 hours, and I'm going to check out that area a little bit more. Unlike on Sunday, where I let Scarlett choose my path for walking, and we wound up doing 10 hours of hiking, that will not be happening. I am still quite sore, quite tired, and the only reason I'm even out today is because, one, I need to finish getting my steps in, and two, yesterday was raining, and, funny story. It's, according to one of the teachers I was talking to, this month and next month are the rainy season in this area, and right now all the elementary schools that I go to are prepping for their sports day, which is basically a combination of like a pep rally and I guess a field day. And so they spend weeks prepping, like getting all these chants and all these movements and cheers and stuff orchestrated. And yesterday at one of my schools, it was supposed to be their practice day. So during break, we were all outside, and all of a sudden, like really quickly, the sky turned black, and all this hail just started falling down on top of us. So much and so quickly, we didn't have time to make it back to the building. We had to run and take cover under some trees and wait for it to pass. And then once it was like light enough, we would like let like the Ichinensei, the first years, go, and then the second years, etc., and rush them into the building. So, yeah, it's gorgeous out. So I'm gonna be outside. You know, I pointed out in previous videos, something that really shocked me when I got to Japan was the fact that all these roads are covered in rust. And the reason for this, I have now found out. And I will share this with you. You see this? This here is like a piping system that they have running through almost all the cities in this area. And what it does is basically during the winter, when it starts to snow, they activate this system here. And I think it's supposed to like put out water or something. It does something that makes it so it melts the snow so that the roads stay clear. That's why you could see it like here, it goes along that road over there, goes along that road over there. Basically any kind of large road or a road that gets traveled on will have it. Actually, most roads do have it. Some side streets, not really, but I mean, this is a side street and it does have it, but we're talking like little dinky side streets. But every main road has it too, which is nice. I guess it makes the roads easier to travel on. And I mean, these little K cars, they're really light, which means driving through snow and ice is probably very tricky and pretty dangerous. So I can understand why you want to build something into the infrastructure that makes it easier to clear the snow. And they get feet upon feet upon feet of snow here. I mean, it's not like up in the north where you're looking at like 60 feet of snow, but it gets pretty high. It's nothing to sniff at. So this is kind of nice, and I have a fear of driving in snow and inclement weather. So this thing, it sounds like a wonderful idea to me, and I kind of wish we had something similar to it in America. I asked some of the teachers that were here previously what they think of this system, and they told me that they weren't really sure about it because, I mean, they weren't here for very long. Apparently in the last year they didn't get as much snow as they normally do in this area. So maybe I'll find out this winter if I like this system or not. But it's got to be cheaper than actually having to pay for all of that salt and all those like beet solutions they put on the roads to try to keep them clear. But it also seems like you could clear more faster that way. Anyway, fun fact. I stumbled across all these different walking paths in my area. See, I'm like right here, and I know I've done this path before, but I've never been in here. And I think I've done parts of this one, but not all the way up here. So this is interesting. And then up here is like part of Lake Akiha Park. And this is that lake that I've been hanging out around. So cool. I find more and more every day. You think, oh, you should be making some progress and fully explore this area by now. No, I just keep finding there's more I need to actually figure out. Done a very, very short tunnel underneath of the train tracks. We meet again. And once again, I need to crouch to fit. Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa. Hi. Yep. Even these side little narrow roads. We're actually kind of going uphill. We're following the base of the mountain around. And basically, instead of going through the park, because I don't think I physically could do that at the moment. That's a lot of hiking and stairs and stuff. I'm just going around the base, following a bunch of different roads. So, I'm in an area I've never been to before. And seeing things I have never seen before. Trying to get to where I was before. So, all in all, pretty good. Of course, that's pretty terrifying because that's about 4-5 feet deep, like as tall as a person. And it doesn't look like there's really an easy way back up. And I think that's a way to get up the mountain if I needed to. Somebody's overgrown garden. I could see like stalks of like corn trying to grow. Maybe it's abandoned or something. There's a cemetery up on the hill. It looks like there's ladders to get to that cemetery. That's kind of weird. I don't know if I can actually make it over there because there's kind of this huge ditch between it and me. But I'll make a note of it for the future. Oh my gosh. Somebody is cooking something and it smells so freaking amazing. Like maybe fried chicken or something. Something fried, definitely. You know, that heavenly aroma that makes the world seem like it's the greatest place in the universe. Just because of that smell. Yum. I haven't eaten dinner yet. I had school lunch, and what we had was basically rice with vegetables mixed in it. Some sort of vegetable soup. A salad. And then like a little fish cake of some kind. So, I mean, it was good. But it wasn't very filling. And I don't think it was very many calories. So, I'm a bit hungry. I actually get paid later this week. So, I'm probably going to go out later to celebrate this week. But I do have food at home that I'll probably be cooking, which will probably just be a bunch of leftovers in a frying pan mixed together. And it won't be as good as what I just smelled, but it'll be edible, so. Unfortunately. Oh, there's another cemetery. Fascinating. Okay, I know I said I wasn't hiking today, but I'm going up a lot. And I have not seen a way to get down. So essentially I am climbing a mountain. Oops. And here's an advertisement using my favorite animes. Or one of my favorite animes. One Piece. For Coca-Cola. I don't really like Coca-Cola, but I do like One Piece. Especially him. Tony Chopper. Super cute. And then, number 2 favorite, Usopp. And vending machines, which equals salvation. Is there coffee? That's what we want. More specifically, milk coffee. I don't see milk coffee. Ice coffee, so iced coffee. That might have milk in it. Lots of royalty. Oh, there is Dr. Pepper for the Dr. Pepper drinkers among you. I've seen this a couple times in Japan. So, for those of you that care. Oh, by the way, do you see this? I mentioned before that blue means cold, red means hot. These are all hot beverages, except this. This is actually a can of corn soup. You can get a hot can of soup out of a vending machine. Oh, and you can also get yogurt, but the soup is the weird thing. I think I'll just get this cafe thing. If it's not over here. Ah, here we go. That's what we want. Cafe ore. Cafe ore, or something like that. I think it's supposed to be cafe au lait. I'm on top of a mountain. It just keeps happening. They're everywhere. You can't avoid them around here. Thankfully, though, I got on top of this mountain just by going up roads, so it was nice and smooth, and I didn't have to fear for my life. So, there's a plus. Let's see if we can get down. Okay. This person has a whole upper part of their garage full of basically racing pigeons. That's crazy. I've never even seen a racing pigeon before. There's hundreds in there, I think. And I'm looking at the flowers, essentially. Yeah, that was just somebody's driveway, so we're pulling a Yui. Right direction, no path. And I know Japan's not like America, where if you trespass on the wrong person's property, you might not live to trespass again. But I kind of, if the owner wasn't like just standing there, I probably would just walk down. But oh well. In case you were wondering, yes, I did get distracted. And yes, I am actually nowhere near where I originally intended on going. I can't help it. I saw something new and I just wanted to go that way. Can I go this way? No, I can't. We were making progress. We were starting to go down, but all of a sudden, we're going up again. Oh well. Must be nice to have that for your garden. Well, it seems like the mountain's kind of plateaued a bit, so it's nice and flat. Makes walking much easier. Okay, I think I just straight up walked into part of IKEA Park. Just part I've never actually been into. So yay, I guess we're doing IKEA Park today. Surprises. I know I'm surprised. Random trail off the road. I will not be going that way. But, fun fact, I know exactly where I am. Because this is one of the higher parking lots for the park. So essentially, I just need to go down that and zigzag, and I end up on the road down there. And I could eventually get back to where I wanted to go, or I could just start heading home, which would probably take me about an hour. It's about 5:20. I think I could head where I originally wanted to go. I keep finding interesting places, though, around here that I would like to go check out. I told you before, this park is gigantic. So, just more and more trails to check out and investigate later. By the way, there are 2 kitties over here. And I don't want to get too close because I don't want to startle them. And then there's this lady in her car, and she is not driving her car or opening the door or anything because I don't think she wants to scare the kitties away either. Aww. Kitty love. I miss my kitty. Yeah, going down. That's much better. FYI, this little sculpture here is the closest thing to a squirrel I've seen since I've been in this country. I don't know where all the squirrels have gone. I know there are parks with them, but there are none in the wild, it seems. And trust me, I've been dragging myself through the wild almost every single week since I've been in this country. I ain't seen no squirrels nowhere. And this is actually the official entrance into the park. Maybe one day I'll go up all those stairs, but that is not today. Yeah, everywhere I go, more paths and more things to check out. So like we're here, and then there's all of this that you could go check out. And here are some of the flowers that are in bloom. And over here tells you what is the best peak time to go and see them. And as you can see, a lot of it starts this month, and then the next like 4 or 5 months straight, there's just interesting flowers to view. So things to make a note of. So I wanted to go down a road, but I can't because there's this lady with her stupid little yappy dog that she has no control over. And she basically just apologized and asked me to go around. So now I have to go an even longer way. And a little annoyed about that because I was heading towards something I wanted to check out. And I don't know another route to get there, so it's going to be a little tricky. Yeah. Success. I think we found a path around. I'm hoping this time it works because I've hit a couple dead ends so far, and I need to get to a particular road to be able to get down the mountain. And because of that lady's yappy dog, I've had to reroute how I'm getting around, and it's making it a little bit more frustrating and difficult than it needs to be. And really, it's a little tiny yappy dog. All she had to do was pull the dog off to the side, and I could have just kept going on my way. But she's like, oh, no, 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 no. Albanai, dangerous, bites. I'm like, seriously, lady? Seriously? Oh, well. Hopefully I did this right. I think I did. Maybe. Okay, there's a hill ahead of me, and the road I need to get to is on top of that hill. So basically, I'm going parallel to the road that I need to be on. And going parallel probably means I can find a way to cross over, right? That just makes sense. So over there is the summit of a small mountain. That was the mountain we were just climbing over. We walked all the way around to the summit of this mountain. And then we took the road down and then had to deviate onto this run. And this road should be the road that leads me down into town. And from there, ha 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 ha, I could get back on track, sort of. Maybe. Hopefully. Konnichiwa. I think we found another shrine, temple, shrimple thing. Okay, it's the first time I've seen figures like this guarding the outside of one of these. Usually there's some sort of like dragon or a lion. This place is pretty amazing. Look at the detail. And you see those veins? Those are the kind of veins my mother as a nurse loves to see. Yeah. These are the guardians that I'm more used to seeing. More so than The big guys. I'm not really sure what those are. Grave markers, maybe? I know exactly where I am. You remember that other cemetery that I showed you? Yeah. We're on the other side of that cemetery. It's back here. Good. I think I could probably try to find a way to cross back down to where I need to go from here. And take a look around. Yep. Here's the cemetery. And here's the back way out. Do you see this? It's that same road melty system I mentioned before, but they've redirected it around a manhole. Oh, by the way, this one I think is supposed to be a fire truck. Normally there are trains around here, so that's unique. Yeah, this is the normal one, the one with the train. Okay, we have officially gone into a giant circle, and we are on a road where we were walking earlier. Good, because now I know how to get to the area I was trying to get to before. My goal is basically to try to get there before it gets dark, because usually when I do these walks, I walk around until it starts to get dark, and then once it starts to get dark, I head home. And that seems like a good goal, and I could probably get there if I don't get too distracted. Found another cat. Oh, and guess what? Found another cemetery too. I think that's the theme for today, cats and cemeteries. Did I mention cemeteries? Oh my goodness, we've made it! We are in that area I was in before, just past where all those high school or junior high school kids were interviewing and talking to me before. Success. Anyway, let's actually explore, which is why we came over here. There's so many little areas in this country that you cannot get to if you have a car, which means you have to explore on foot. And, that kind of works for me. I like walking around. What are you? I don't know. You see this? These plastic bottles full of water. This is actually a very common thing. Apparently in Japan, I think like years ago, there was some sort of TV special that basically told people that you can keep cats from going into your yard if you put these bottles of water out because it scares them. Or, I guess they just don't like it. P.S. That's not true. But, it doesn't stop people from doing it. Yeah, I just had a conversation with an old lady who, I don't think either she's all the way up there in the head or she's very hard of hearing. Nice though. Have I just discovered a secret tunnel? Oh my gosh, I think I found a secret tunnel. I think I found a secret tunnel. And this one has lights, so we're definitely going down it. I have no idea where this goes. I can't read that sign. Bike. Okay, so something about bikes. Bikes have to stop or something. Maybe this is a tunnel that's just supposed to be for bicycles. Or maybe bicycles aren't supposed to be ridden in here. I don't know. But there is an echo. And that's just awesome. Oh my gosh, it just keeps going. Where does this end? I see they have like little channels off to the side. So I'm assuming that's like if it rains to help drain the rain, but I could see this thing flooding very easily, which is probably why there was that big red light out there, basically to warn you can't go in the tunnel if it's raining. And it looks like they have cameras in here too, probably just to make sure nobody's doing anything they shouldn't be. Oh, there's the exit. Well, that was fun. Random secret tunnel. Konnichiwa. I think I just went under a road, that's all. I think. I'm not sure. And we are officially in an area I don't know. Yay! Should we continue down this path? Or should we go deviate and explore? I think we'll see where this path goes for a while. Alright, so I officially know what path this is. If you remember back to when I was crossing under that little railroad bridge, right? This path is part of that path, except I'm kilometers further above it, or further up the path, essentially. So, basically, if I wanted to go home, I just need to go straight in that direction. Which means I probably should get off this path, because I know where I am, and I know how to get home from here. You goody. Slow. For people like me. Hey, did I mention I'm seeing a lot of cats today? Because they're cats. That's a pretty cat. It's a pretty gorgeous cat. She's sitting on a rock right now over top of like a stream of water. And I think she's trying to catch little fish out of the water. So, I 100% know exactly where I am. We are basically on the backside of, I think it's called a Hashin, which is basically Japanese Safeway grocery store. Kind of wish I knew I was going to stumble across this place, because this is the place where I go to take all my pet plastic bottles and my milk cartons and things like that, because they have a place where you can just take it and dispose of it whenever you want to, versus me having to wait for the appropriate trash day, which comes like maybe once or twice a month at home. Who knew? Alright. Well, since I know exactly where I am, I'm going to start looping home. It's about 6:30 anyway. Sun will start going down soon. And I still need to make dinner. And I've been out here for about 2.5, 3 hours. It'll probably take me about 45 minutes to get home. But yeah, doing good. Yeah, that's the backside of the grocery store. There's really cool stuff over there. There's like a drugstore, 2 shoe stores. Oh, a place called Mr. Donut, which is a Japanese donut shop. They're not Krispy Kreme donuts, but they're pretty good. And then there's a Daiso over there, and a Moss Burger, and a secondhand store. There's a lot of stuff over there. It's actually a really good shopping center. You see this sign over there, Tsutaya. That's a very popular chain. Essentially, it's like a bookstore meets a Blockbuster, I think, is the best way to describe it. Yeah, bookstore meets Blockbuster. It's one of the few places before I found Joshin that I could get ink for my computer. And would you look at that, I found a real live walking path. Like, they tell you you're supposed to walk on this path. It's not a road. Right there is the bike path. Here is the walking path. This is nice. Okay, sun's going down. It's starting to get cold. Time to go home. Green health bar on the side of the road. So I have literally found a cafe that has good English on it, and I'm surprised. It says, "Great work is done by people who are not afraid to be great." That's like the best English I've seen in Japan. Like, as in accurate. I mean, it's not as great as English or Japanglish, whichever you want to call it, but I think maybe one day I'll check out this cafe. Pachinko. This is a chain. They're all over Niigata. I don't know if they're anywhere else in Japan, but DS Club, I've seen quite a few of them. Okay, well, we are officially in downtown, and like always, everything is closed. However, I think that this is a good stopping point for the video. So until next time, see ya.